Right, let us try. Alright, good evening. Contains 4K textures, okay. Well, I know basically nothing about this game, but it was recommended, so I'll try it. One of 6 game modes from the left. Each mode is independent from the other 5 and you can change modes whenever you'd like. If you make too many mistakes or want a fresh start in any mode, you can reset a game made by clicking the Doom World button. Nightmare. Do not pick this game. Okay, I won't. Survival, meant to be played, unforgivingly brutal with a steep learning curve. Traditional village simulator with much less monsters. This mod is recommended if you want a more relaxed experience. Nope. Peaceful is peaceful. Sandbox. Right, I'm gonna take the normal one. Welcome to Restaurant in Two Ruins. For your first village, you may select any region you'd like by clicking on the lit boxes and then clicking Establish Village. From there, we'll have been provided some first-time free villages to get you started. Okay, you can only select any region on the map you want once. After you've established your primary village, you will be able to spread out from that region to connecting regions. Just focus on developing your first village. Okay. Is there any difference between the regions? I'm assuming. So, okay, new goals. Like, does it matter whether I have lava and water? I'm assuming it does. Just take the shoreline. Oh, so that's a different map. Okay, I guess makes sense. Right, start at the coast. Right, time to get started. Since this is your first time, you will be getting tons of in-game tips while you play. This is a steep learning curve. You'll need all the help you can get. Guys, pause when the tip is being displayed, so please take time to read them. Right, you cannot turn it off. You can turn them off, but not recommended. First region. The first thing you should do is place a camp somewhere. Good starting location should have some rocks, trees, crystal, food, and water nearby. First press OK or close this tab and automatically unpause the game. Then select the flashing place camp button. Makeshift water purifier. Wait, how do I... Okay, this is how I scroll. I want water. What is this? Crystals. Can I scroll? Yeah. Is this food? Potatoes. Like down here? Yeah, sure. My wood landed in the water. I hope that is fine. I have what, 12 builders? I have 15 wood boards, rocks, cut stones, crystals, crylithium, raw vegetables, rations, raw meat, cooked meat. So I always have one base resource and one refined resource for that. So we're looking for rocks? Okay. Influence. You currently have to cast spells, but influence is revealed slowly over time. And then I can healing aura, motivate land, meteor. Many buildings can have workers assigned to them and will allow all sorts of different tasks to be completed. The builders assigned to the village center, for example, can build or repair and dismantle structures. They can also harvest raw materials, but only if they're required to build something. Harvesters from buildings like the lumber shack on the island will continue to harvest materials regardless of village's need and create a stockpile. On the left-hand workforce panel. So I only have builders for now. Okay, many workers assigned to buildings like the lumber shack, a mining facility, and village center are allowed to harvest resources on the map like wood and rock. You can assign work by using the harvest assignment buttons along the bottom left of the GUI for the material you'd like to collect, and select the resource on the map. If you are dedicated, they will do so even on their own. Wait, this is harvest wood. Harvest here. Then I can harvest rock down here. Harvest the small parts first. Harvest food and water. And then harvest crystal. Okay. Then I can build. What is civics? Paused. Okay, so if you're paused, you cannot do anything except look at statistics. Okay. Buildings, total build upgrade. Okay. I can scroll with the WASD, that's nice. Because so almost any resource provides additional building slots and organization. Okay. What do we have here? Minimap. Statistics, data view, okay. Problem panel. Right, for now, I think... Can I... Defense, food and water, harvesting. So, build a lumber shack. And a mining facility down here. Can I cannot rotate them? Don't think I can. R, problem panel. There's no harvested food, there's no drinkable water, there are no homes. 13 villages are homeless. Then I can go food and water. Animal pen bottler. Small fountain. Catcher, water purifier, and okay, large fountain. Rain catcher. Water purifier. Convert steady surface water to usable fresh water. Which I think dirty and drinkable water, so I do that here, and then I can build a small fountain afterwards. Can I prioritize? Increase priority, increase priority. That's 4 and that's okay. So the lumberjack will then... Okay, harvest wood is 6. Why is it 6? That's weird. 7 is rock. 8 is food. B. Elena Torres. Resource management. Okay. Weapons, trash, tower ammo, tools, refined recovery. Okay. And then, last, this is build anything. Gates and walls, housing. A doghouse. Living in a housing, they will attempt to move into the doghouse, freeing up space for your villagers. Okay. And the normal house stores housing capacity 4. So I need 3 of them at the moment if I want to house everybody. I cannot build in the yellow area of other housing. But I can build in the yellow area for resources, apparently. Right, then we have time and game speed. Current weather, warm. It's morning. Day 1, year 1. Alright. Right, now I can increase the lumberjacks here. to like 2 work buildings. Right, the new makeshift lumberjack your villages have built offers your village 6 lumberjack job slots. If you want the villages change it for the job, you will need to raise the desired amount of workers for it. You can do this in 2 places. The left hand GUI is workforce tab, or click on the makeshift and use the button pop out GUI. Okay. You don't have any ability, make sure to lower the desired workers for another job. So 2 here. So I can now make how many villages? I have 13 villages. No workers understaffed, right? Yeah, as mentioned, I was looking for games to play, so why not? Have to start trying new things at some point. Not sure how it'll go. And it's only a trying thing, so why not? Also, one of the big problems is that I generally do not play any of the games, that I did not play any of the games, for more than, like, a band of nomads have arrived in the region. Do I see them on this minimap? Nomads have come into your region. They are friendly, sir. If they may make their way to your village without being killed, they'll join you. If you want to increase your chances of getting one of us, build a large village with plenty of housing and defenses. Do they start up here or something? No. Oh, over there. They're moving. And I mean, there's nothing here. A loot box. Right. And the wood is depleted after a while. I'll look into it for now. GUI is maybe a bit cluttered, but you're probably gonna have to. You probably need that at some point. Farm. Grow food to feed a village. Requires farmers to harvest food and seed the farm. Farmers can tend and water crops to increase growth speed. Farmers don't work well in the summer or winter. Okay. Ranger Lodge. Protect the village and hunt animals. Also provides slightly better health region than regular homes at cost of energy. Oh, you house. So the working space is house? No, not all. And then the nomads have joined. So I now have 17 people? Okay. Yeah, I can imagine. If it specifically says in a single player game, then yeah, it's... Overheating. Rosma Mansa is burning up in heat. If it gets too hot on Sunny Village to have a home to go cool down in, they could die of heat exhaustion. Try getting enough homes for your villagers as soon as you can. I'm on it. I also need a 5th housing house. So, backup page. Housing. I can, yeah, as mentioned, I cannot, as I expected, I cannot build in the yellow area for other things. I cannot build outside of my influence, apparently. Which I guess is dependent on the camp. Right, more lumberjacks. This one should be finished soon. You're my top priority. So now we build the mining facility to an end. I mean, they will be able to work at some point. We'll maintain unlimited rocks, only stuff if there's no space to store it. Okay. Workers GUI. Actually, I probably don't need like 8. Okay. I mean, currently I have 710. Research management workforce. Okay. Desirability range generated. Range generated. Plus 16. Plus 24. Okay. I mean, it's called influence. Sure, it's mana. Everybody knows it's mana, but it's called influence. And if you're a god in a god game, then influence makes a lot more sense than mana, because a god casts spells based on the belief of his followers, not upon his own might. At least, as far as I understand gods. Makeshift water purifier over here, so I could technically restore these, I guess. Wild cluckers, so there are chickens around. Problems. There are no homes. It is very hot outside. One home has no food. 3 villages are overheating. We are currently building homes, so that should hopefully stop soon. Now, food and water. Build a farm. Like here? How much food do you produce? You produce... Okay, you produce... right, that's dependent on... That's dependent on the workers you have. Water purifier, well. Slowly regenerating water supply for your village that works non-stop year-round. Also provides one master to slot to distribute water around the village. To bring surface water from nearby sources to operate efficiently. Right, so you just take the water from here. Nah, don't worry about it. Otherwise, I have 17, I have currently... How many... Total buildings, total ancillaries, total children. So with one total child, I have 17 populations, I have 16 total workers. Actually, it tells me unemployed people. I am currently assigning 16, so yeah, that should be fine. They just need to come into work. What else can I build? So, Raincatcher, okay, makes sense. Outpost. Remote outpost your rangers will use as patrol point while protecting the village. Don't put it anywhere too dangerous. Right. Kitchen, cooks. Requires stone cutlery for cut stones. Harvesting, housing, magic, lighting, manufacturing, refining. So that would be here. Crystillery, okay. Forge for metal. Stone cutlery required support mining facility. So you probably directly next to it as soon as I need it. Trash. Right, trasher. Workers who can clean up trash around the village so it burns trash. Right. QB Golem Combobulator. Needs a lot of things. Just a straight landfill, okay. Right, no workers here, so we add 2 and remove 2 from here. I can upgrade the upgrade here, yes. I'm gonna try to focus for now to complete the projects I currently already have. So you're top, you're 2, you are 9. That's the crystals, which I probably actually still... Wait, magic. Crystal motivator. Use a small amount of energy to encourage nearby harvest crystal patches to grow faster. Okay. Sacrificial pond that will convert material items, living tissue into essence and dropped inside. If used too fast, it will overload. An essence collector. Pulls and stores this essence on the map to later be used by other buildings. Crystals can also throw killer lithium to charge it. You wave your hand over to sap energy in a pinch. Okay. Yeah, sure, but I for now, first of all, need the buildings before I can upgrade them, so... what is this? Dehydration. Kevin Lester is dying of thirst. You better find the poor village some water quickly, mid-air. Did you build a water purifier well or Raincatcher yet? Yes. Maybe you need to build more. I'm currently actually just waiting for them to get more workers, which for some reason I didn't click apparently. Right. I see my villagers have health. And the various stats. So what is the social? Hit points, hunger, thirst, energy, body temperature, lifelong constitution. Maintain, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Right. Maintain infinity. That should be fine. So they basically go out there, gather, put buckets in water, and then bring them over to the water purifier. Then they purify it. And then I'm assuming they... Okay, they just leave it there until this is done. And they can carry 3 rocks, or is that dependent on their stats? Strength. How many can... Okay. Then this is makeshift housing. Current max resources you don't produce. A small fountain can have 2 max storage of water. Which is probably provided by the... by this guy. Other people can just come over and drink. That's also possible. Small fountain. And that everything, I believe, increases my range. Appears that way, yes. What do we hear? Iron ore. Lisa Braden is starting to get sleepy. If your villagers are too tired and have nowhere to rest, they may end up sleeping outside. I'm working on it. But yeah, I think that mostly upgrading units is, or buildings is probably the smartest thing. A key. We have wild beefaloes over there. Of course, beefalo, very popular name for animals, I feel. For like animals of a specific kind. Right, thrash, storage, refining, manufacturing, then defense. Miscellaneous, like recombobulator tower. Why is there a tower in the miscellaneous and not on the tower? Will attract most 20 golems and heal any that damage requires an essence collected to run. Because you're not using towers, okay. A large share of iron that will attract lightning converted to essence. Very handy protective limb from lightning storms. Right, towers. Attract, banish, ballista, bow, bullet, elemental bolt, sling, phantom dirt. Okay, there are a bunch of different towers which have different reload time. 150. But okay, but you hit everything. Okay. Your villagers have built for the first farm. Once you assign workers, they will need to kickstart the farm with some wild food and water. You can harvest both with the harvest food and water button on the left-hand GUI. Right. Food ground on the farms are maintained and harvested automatically. So, first of all, 2 farmers. Reduce some builders. Makeshift water purifier is an abandoned building. Your villagers will need to repair it before they can use it. The building is in range of your village. Okay, you can click on the building and then click on the reclaim button on the bottom GUI. I don't think I currently need to do that. I will also maintain infinite food. Current construction priority of the building, lower numbers. Okay, so the priority is only for building. Right, from the boundary. Also makes sense. Building next to the others. How much food do you produce? So you have a total of 24 slots. Increases land desirability within the build range of the building. Well, it's naturally attracted to higher desirability locations when they have no active work to do in the village. Okay. Requires Waymack Shaker. Gates and walls. Gates and walls. Makes sense. Ancillary. Fence to almost any resource. Provides additional building slots and organizes the assisting cleaning up and distributing resources on the map. A clinic. Courier station. Creates courier used to deliver resources to nearby regions. Okay. Migration way allows villagers to send villagers to nearby regions once per day. Right. You can also just like harvest water from here, like I don't care. Middle mouse button to remove. You are miner farmer. Gather up those potatoes to farm. What is this shit lying around the fountain? Rocky trash. So I probably need, if the trash is already coming in, a landfill, processor, lumber mill for boards. Okay. I need more workers. Total home occupancy 12 out of 12. I'm building currently one more house, two more houses in fact. I mean, that's something that most indies of this type have in common, that the UI is clunky AF. But the ideas are mostly relatively good. It even tells you who mates with who. Impressive. Okay, grab, pick up resources, creatures on map, grants influence, longer they hold. With the processor. Yeah, sure, but first of all, for that I first need the stone cuttery. Trash can or landfill. Wait. Trash workers who can clean up trash and allows the village to store large quantities of trash in a centralized location. Or trash can, which is just can empty and take the trash to burner, processor, or landfill. So I can basically just build a trash can somewhere, have the people throw the shit out, upgrade your camp or build an ancillary. Okay, so I have building slots. You have run out of building slots. In order to manage your ever-growing village, you will need to upgrade your camp or build some ancillaries. You can upgrade your camp by clicking on it and then clicking the upgrade button at the bottom panel. Okay. If you'd rather build an ancillary, you can find them with a civic subcategory. Well, let's upgrade first, after everything is built. Oh, change. Holy potatoes. Cost 700, okay. It's really handy if you just completely run out of food and want to create a new patch elsewhere. Right. Holy wood, defensive. These require various different... Okay, no, I can't afford them. God wall. Holy golem. Offensive. And utility. Conjure essence, conjure material, labor golem. Makeshift housing has been completed, so I would upgrade this to better housing. Right. Even though for now I want to focus on building everything that I've already set out to do. Okay, I'm as far scrolled out as possible. Ancient Colors Gate. Material items, living tissue into... If used too fast will overload. So there's also just shit on the map. And this is the border. Into the Endless Abyss. Another of those in Colors Gates. Right. for now let it build. Okay, you can also see the potatoes grow apparently. I picked survival. Dusk has arrived, the monsters seem restless. Okay. You should actually probably always be the main. So now monsters probably will spawn if I understood that correctly. And I currently don't have any defenses. What do we have here? Makeshift farm. Ancient Radiance Bow. Azerag-like corruption. Another box, perfect. Well, currently not really seeing anything. Another loot box. Tree stump silk. And I assume you'd probably see that on the mini-map somewhere. Just flowers. Small mineral storage. Turnips. The fuck are you doing down there? Okay, camp is upgraded, so... Does it tell me how many building slots I have? Provided workers, build range, land desirability. 4. Build slots... Total buildings 12 out of 16. I do not interact with loot boxes, ever. So, what I next want is actually probably just upgrading shit. Harvest some more wood here. Night has arrived, monsters are enraged. I'm assuming, since my workers appear to be green, that enemies will be marked as red. Right. For now, harvesting. Crystal harvester. No available boards, I need boards for that. I don't know, maybe it's because it's the first map I took. Some buildings require refined materials like boards, stone, or crylithium. Makeshift crystal harvester you just tried to reclaim is one of them. I didn't try to reclaim it. And you have if a building requires one of these, they'll do what they can, but the building will never get complete. You can refine most materials inside advanced work buildings like the lumber mill and stone cuttery. Okay, so refining, lumber mill. I'm gonna build that up here. And then I'm actually just like gonna dismantle this. Because I can reclaim that one up there. And I also like a stone cuttery. Middle mouse button to stop is a bit weird, honestly. Yeah, right. I'm assuming that because it's the first map, the first time I play, maybe they go, yeah, no, it's fine. Or I just didn't scroll over it. That's also possible. So you have 40 water. You have 23 and 1,100. Okay, so water goes in the thousands. Makeshift housing just also has water. Oh, you directly show where everybody that is assigned to you goes. So these are assigned to you, and it shows you their path as well. Right. Holy shit, that costs resources. Rock rubble, mine rock that no longer has any value. And then... lighting. Basic light source will also increase your build range a bit. Most won't attack unless there's no other way inside the village, so feel free to build it into your walls. Okay. Large fire pit. Just a basic light source, but slightly bigger. Will also increase your build range a bit. Most won't attack unless... okay. So you can just build this into your walls, and it makes light. Makes sense. Yeah, I hope it tastes good. Also lunch? It's a bit late for lunch. You have 35 out of total 37. Including boards, tools, and most construction building. Okay. Oh, I like that they have different stages of being built. That's also neat. Then you build a bit more wall. Can I just see? Miscellaneous. Monster drop only, monster drop only. Food and water. Rare wood drop, silk require, and then feather and rawhide requires kitchen. All of this requires armor smithy. It be raining. Two smithy. Boya, right, makes sense. Not quite sure why we make swords in a tool smithy. Then we have trashy cube, woody trash, rocky trash, crystally trash, organic-y trash, and suspiciously trash. Requires boya for ballistic bolts and a rock tumbler for stone balls. Two smithy and a clinic, right. Increase the work speed for workers who can use it, like miners, crystal harvest, and stone cutters, right. Boat iron ingot, axe, hoe, hammer, right. And then we have the normal refined, recovery, and raw resources. Iron ore, gold ore, requires crystal harvestry. So we still need 35 rocks here. We have 64 in storage, so that should be fine. That actually probably means I can also, like, remove some from here. If I just look at how many rocks we have. In the end, I probably want everything to be fully loaded, but for now, just having... okay, total amount of living space currently being used. So that's total available you have in your homes, right? Arrange a lodge occupancy. Total amount of living space currently being used, as well as the total available you have in your ranger lodge. Ancillaries. How many ancillary slot remains? Increase the ancillaries by upgrading your camp castle. Total buildings. Total children. And then I could main menu, minimap, statistics. Villages. All. Nephilim Khajiit. What are Nephilim? Immigration. So I'm assuming we don't yet have any of the data views, movement costs. Oh, different movement costs. Block map. Okay, makes sense. Corruption resistance. Oh, there are monsters about range. Wait, how do I deal with that then? Out. Okay, corruption is over there then. That's nice to know. Make the resource values. Turn them off again. So now I know where the corruption is, and now I know what it looks like on the map. A meteor deals not impressively much damage. Also means I probably need now. Welcome back, a ranger lodge, which houses are in to protect the village and hunt animals, also right slightly than regular homes. So I want one of you, probably up here. I hope the food is good. Building priority, right. I know that I can adjust the building priority. Building list. Right, makes sense. Makeshift lumber mill, makeshift stone cutlery, and makeshift ranger lodge. Not enough influence now. If you do not need to work for it, it always tastes better. Also, I found the corruption. It's up here. 4 of 5. Headless. Another headless. Who goes immediately to camp. So, can they swim? It appears they can't. So you go grab water from the farm for some reason. Okay, so that's a brick road. Tiles. Don't know. Makeshift lumber, you just pick a manufacture resource like both, but not good versions blocking, and you need to both assign carpenters and assign the resource on the resource management tab on the left hand GI. Setting a resource to maintain will try to keep at least that many of a resource in the village at all times, whereas make will just immediately make that many for you. Range over 500 to store up to the maximum amount of total storage you have, but infinity just produce resources endlessly. Okay, you can also control harvesting limits. Okay. So, first off, I want workers, and then reduce the lumberjacks, I guess. And then I want to maintain storage. Okay, shift is the next level, and otherwise you cannot go in steps of 5 or something. So I can basically just set like maintain 50. Okay, you have a storage of board stores, like 12. Just maintain your storage limit then. I also don't know how it's called, what it's called in English, but I prefer, like, I also don't know how that's talked in English, but it's vice wished. Then I guess that's probably more of a Bavarian thing. The vice wished. Really? It's very different from from other sausages. Taste-wise and how you eat it. Right, so the corruption is over there and it spreads actively. It actively spreads. Okay. What is this? Pause buildings, dismantle buildings, destroy terrain. Okay. Yeah, as mentioned, it's probably more of a Bavarian thing. But I can recommend it. It's mostly like a breakfast thing. Yeah, it's mostly a breakfast thing, so if you really want to have it, you'll have to be here like early in the morning. So it's not really something you can come down the day for, because you'd have to be here at like 7 AM. And for most people that's just not really feasible. Right, so I can now make ranges, but I'm gonna remove one of you, so to be then... Bailey the doggo has joined your village. Wait, really? We have a dog now? We have a dog. It has an owner, it has water and food slots, melee damage crushing. Why, you don't eat breakfast? Ah, okay. Yeah, as mentioned, so you probably won't get it then because most just offer it in the evening, in the morning. Okay, so the dog... Bit of a yawn. So the dog uses up a housing slot unless I build him a doghouse. And the doghouse has 6 capacity. Right, you get 1 worker and also like maintain your storage limits. Oh, you mean sweet mustard, okay. Well, it's something I don't use because I don't eat any mustard. Okay, makeshift stone cutlery has been completed. We maintain our production limit. And I'm assuming upgrading will increase the storage, the provided workers, the build range, and the land desirability. Yeah, just a hint. Sweet is with two E's because they're currently makes writing sweat mustard, and I don't know anybody who makes, and I'm saying this in German, makes Senfosschweiß. Uh, it just reads really weird. Refining, storage, trash. Manufacturing, boiler, armors with a tumbler, tool, smithy. Requires forge. But problem currently is that I do not have a lot of people. Ancillary builds 2 organizers. But mostly provides the housing slots. 6 of them. No, housing, building. You're not the only one. I know that my family is also not that great at English. Oh, this is the resource count storage. So I can store a total of 50 lumber. With like 48 here and then... No. Total amount of remaining unused storage space that can hold wood. So I currently have 16 of those and can hold 11 more. Like 12 here and 15 here for 27 in total. Right, okay, makes sense. Then crystals, lithium, raw vegetables. I should probably build a kitchen. That's under food. Cookery kitchen. Requires cut stones. So I can build you up here. No, I can't. Build you down here then. Build a large camp or build an ancillary. Right, global bonuses, 2 global, 4 from building. You have no workers, which is a problem. I don't think I have enough people to assign you work. Well, I can assign you like a few. Right, I have 16 workers in total. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Right. Assuming you get... What is a bottle? Provides bottles of water so villagers can carry some around with them, improving overall village efficiency by cutting down trips to water sources around the village. Required support, rain catch. So, required support means it does not work unless it has one of them. Or I'm assuming that if it says and, then yeah, Ranger Lodge Outpost Kitchen. Ranger Lodge Outpost and a kitchen. Okay. Recommended farm, bottler, rain catcher. Okay. So we now have rangers. Dexterity determine attack speed and secondary for attack damage also increases movement speed and work speed. And this is attack damage and secondary for attack speed also increase hit points, how many resources they can carry, and work speeds. You have iron equipment, but no weapon. Age. You are 7 years old. No, you are 7 days old. Life expectancy is 40. Can I actually, like, population list? I'm assuming the pink reddish one is female and the blue one is male. And then we have the dog. And we have... You are the child? Are you the child? The human child. Level. Raw vegetable water slot. 1755. Tied to constitution, when basic needs are not met or the more struggles, illness and injuries they have in the life, faster constitution would drop. Turn the life expectancy. For every full day that has passed, so... I'm assuming you grow up after a while. And considering that the remaining population is like 4 years, like, okay, that's a dog, that doesn't count. Like, you are 4. Oh, do you have a mate? Right. You have a mate, probably the same, and then... Karen, okay. Then we have like age 4 days old. So I'm assuming that kids will grow up after a few days. Well, I wanted to upgrade, so let me upgrade. Small settlement to all tasks as well as additional boost to bonus, further increase maximum start and building start gives advantage, additional builder job slots. Right, so +2 range, worker slots, bomb builders, and building slots provided +4. Sure, go for it. Okay. Any plans for tomorrow? For Father's Day? Could be. Well, it doesn't say anything. It's sleep, speed, and health region. Then again, not sure it would say everything. Makeshift kitchen. You need a worker, so get 1 cook in. We remove 1 builder. Can I change? Regenerate heals a single living creature. Carpenter turns wood into boards for more advanced structures. Utility dissolve, you eliminate recall, display golem, display god structure, summon labor golem, conjure material, conjure assets. Right. Right, let's see. Upgrade. High occupancy housing. Oh, you have different upgrade paths. That's interesting. So high occupancy increases by +8. When overpopulation is a problem, it isn't. The maximum storage space and comfort evenly. A good selection for village where you want some space for villages but don't want the drawbacks of high occupancy. And very slightly increases the maximum occupancy storage space but greatly increases comfort. This is good housing if you want the happiest and most productive villages. Because they sleep faster, they can work more, I guess. Upgrade costs are the same. So you keep the home bonuses of 5% sleep speed and... No, you increase it. Right, let me go with this one for now. Make people happy. That seemed to work in Frostpunk a lot, so let me try. Not sure how many people you'll have in this game at some point at the end. Otherwise, you can now make... You can now make... Total, what do we have? Ration, raw meat, cooked meat, feather, rawhide, boiled egg. You do not work with vegetables, huh? No, you can efficiently pack to last long. Requires raw meat or raw vegetable. So I need somewhere to produce meat, which I believe... Do those guys do that? Ah yes, slave trade. Every game needs that. Kids with like 160 people. Okay. I gotta be honest, I can't really visualize that because... Oh, 2 live in the Ranger Lodge, right. Leather shield, healing potion, bandage, iron shield. So this increases 11 of 11. The drone. Corrupted graveyard. So I'd have to set up my defense basically like here. If I can build a defense. Civics Clinic. Yes, as well as manufacture bondage, carry them, okay. Maintenance, building, marketplace, waymaker shack, migration way station. 160. Can't really visualize how many that is in the context of the game. Because most of my experience in that regard comes from other games which have other numbers. Regarding that. Right. This is gonna be upgraded soon. Now. Global bonus, 3% global, 6% building. This is now a small settlement. It's kind of weird how this is a small settlement, yet no one can live in it. Why can nobody live in that? Whatever. Still needs a lot of lumber and a lot of rock. But the problem is more the carrying around of said materials instead of the actual acquiring of said materials. So let me pump up the builders. It's impossible, right? I saw that in the overlays. Here, the corruption resistance. I already did see that. Or at least I could assume so, based on the fact that it's green. And then it shows up in the corruption resistance. Desirability, okay. Tower range, I don't have that. Lightning rod, height topography. Oh. There's no harvested food, it's very hard. 1 inch, 3 villages are hot, 2 homes, 5 harvested food, 2 buildings are battle damaged. So I probably need a better farm. Plus 8 raw vegetables, plus harvest speed plus 10%. And provides 1 more worker. Are you currently growing food? Because I knew you took the potatoes. Okay, so that's very ineffective for the winter. Are the trees regrowing? Michael Torres is dumb. You better find the poor veggies and food quicker. Do you build a farm or any houses? Yes. And find food on their own even if it endangers them. Right, so just grab some holy potatoes, I guess. Holy potato cost me 700. And it grows potatoes. You can create Sakura Grant at the farm to start or increase food production in the village, right. So we have some potatoes now. Which I should probably harvest. Oh, they're already assigned, right. Builder. Farmers are going where? They're grabbing water. It looks like we are currently farming, but not enough. I mean, yeah, I can just make veggies, so that's fine. Silk. Farmer now grabbing veggies. Do I see somewhere how much water I have? Ah, there. 1,337. Does not include dirty water. What is this? Go coins and total energy. High quality housing is done. If I upgrade that again, does it also have different paths? No, it just increases now in the way it's already is. Okay. So do we have more raw vegetables? We do not have raw meat yet, which is maybe an issue. I'm assuming that stones do not grow back, because that wouldn't make sense. Wait, oh right, both are, okay. That is good to know. I can make them with this spell, right. I don't think I currently need that, because I still have a lot of rock down here. Question is, can I move buildings? No, I'd have to disassemble them and recreate them. Unless there is something like... I cannot pick up a house. Let me see. Building list. Not here. Resource list, music, population, village efficiency. So we have a global speed and a building speed of plus 6% and then harvest speed of plus 10%. Refining speed. Okay. Village efficiency is here. Does not have a shortcut. And so if this fills up, I assume that the day is done. Currently evening. Going out like this. So the ranger lot, the rangers, I assume, are defending against early monsters. And maybe hunting animals. Alright, statistics, let me see. We have villages total 17. So it always updates on the next day. Right, gender, immigration, no one's joined, no one's visited. Khajiit hired, reproduction, births, grown up, coitus, pregnancies, new pregnancies. Okay, then deaths and needs. Okay. Right, I currently only want them to attack whatever is in village range. Night is coming soon. This is the second night, so I don't know why it only tells me this now. This is when the monsters will attack. Hopefully you build some defenses like a bow tower. I did not yet, actually. Towers? What does the bow tower need? Like, it has okay range, so... Oh, it requires crystal. Also, I note that it has different colors. Green, yellow, and red. Red, I assume, is not available. Yeah, I assumed that they would need... This one needs ballistic bolts, if I understand correctly. Ammo per bundle 20, reload time 150, firing range 16. So it has 20 shots, then needs to reload, which takes 150 time units. And now the headless comes in, and then I assume the rangers will attack. Okay, just ignore my people, that's also fine. No, he just hid in the building? Okay, now he's out. Goes to attack. Now they both don't have weapons yet, which is an issue. Do Do the bow tower... No, the bow tower, yeah, shoots ballistic bolts. You just have double the range. I'm just gonna grab you and throw you in the water. Oh, so they can walk in shallow water, but not in deep water. Then they just swim. Right, okay. Oh, right, I can throw them in the gate, right? Let me just remove one of you and add another ranger. Okay, so if it's gray, it tells me there's a monster nearby and villagers will not go there. Yellow means it can be harvested, green means something else. It's currently being harvested, and red means it's currently not accessible. Right, that seems fine. That makes sense. He attacks my building here. Then I can just go grab him. And like, where was one of those gates? Down here, I believe. Can just throw him in here. And it converts things into essence. Enemies all come from up here. Then, however, because I built that tower, I would then need manufacturing a boy who makes ballista bolts. And bows. Right, media. One small slime. What is the green bar above? Like, this is age level. This is not HP because it does not correspond with the actual HP that people have. Oh, that's the experience bar. Okay. Makeshift bow tower that your villagers have just completed needs ammunition to function. You need to build an ammo manufacturing building to a company like a boya or a rock tumbler. Right, in my case, it's the boya. Okay, they just be chatting. And now they're married. Okay. Or not technically married, I guess. You don't have... I don't think we have that institution here. Right, that's the range. And I can also show that range with the overlays. No, that's the building range. Tower range. There it is. Okay. Okay, on the world map. Circle brush. Oh, we have different brush sizes. We have... Okay. Monsters here appear not to be too strong yet. Melee damage poison is of course a problem. Actually, let me just do this. Speed control is still very new and experimental. Okay, setting controls beyond 2 may cause severe performance problems late game. Okay, right. Oh, you can do that in the pause menu. Good to know. Can you also... No, you can't pause here. So they assume that you have a keyboard available and ready to use. Can I upgrade the towers? Yes. To bow tower. Defensive tower damage goes up, maximum storage goes up, and firing range goes up as well. Right, okay, makes sense. I still need more people. So, Ernie is a dog. The Troopersburger is a child. We'll take a bonus for every full day that has passed. Okay, we have another married couple. I actually kind of want to see, does the housing have different... Oh yeah, more nomads is definitely powerful. Especially if you get them early enough. Right, toolsmithy, tumbler, boy, armor smithy. Then what else can I do? Refining, stone cutlery, llama mill, forge and crystallary, makes sense. Lighting has a bit of lighting. Golems. Crystal golem combobulator. A host building that consumes energy and nearby crystals. Creating defensive crystal golem with ranged attack that will protect the village. Because a steady stream of energy, the golems will die. Okay. Energy is the lightning here, of which I have exactly 0. Required support essence collector. Maximum golems 2. Needs crystals and 100 energy to spawn. And then you are the same with stone and you are the same with wood. However, you have maximum of 3 instead of those 2. Okay, so moderate speed and hit point defensive wood golems. Slow moving high hit point defensive stone golems. And then ranged attack crystal golems. Okay. Makes sense. Storage, crystal storage equipment, food, gold, wood, rock, miscellaneous, mineral, rock. So you store iron and gold, you store rocks, you store wooden boards, you store everything, but only a few of each. A key shack, suspicious keys, sure why not. Gold storage, only gold and gold coin sacks. Food storage is a food storage, makes sense. Equipment storage, equipment also makes sense. Crystal, and ammo. Right. Now you make me ballista bows, as well as like, if you... Yeah, just make me everything. Get me 2 Fletchers, 1 builder, and I actually want more carpenters, not less. More farmers, not less, so this... And then... Yeah, 1 Fletcher needs to be enough right now. Understaffed, we get 1 more, no worries. And then upgrade the farm? No. Global bonus plus 5% farming. Okay. Upgrade you. Harvest speed plus 10% rock. And you would be harvest... Right, you already have upgraded you. Upgrade this. And that also provides more worker slots. Right. How is speed and refined speed? Upgrade. I can't upgrade the small fountain. Good to know. Makeshift lumber mill. Upgrade more work slots and refined speed upgrade. So even if I can't fill the work slots, it makes sense upgrading. Still getting attacked by monsters over here. Just drop a rock on them. Channel my inner GM. Makeshift tower, boat tower is being damaged. I just threw multiple meteors on it. It's amazing it's still standing, in fact. If you have buildings and structures in range of the village, they will automatically try to repair it when they have time. Oh, really? That is good to know. And that is definitely something that should be stated. Inside their home, right. Still being attacked by the headless here. Summer will arrive in 5 days. Did you notice the government has found a new mate moments already? If even one of them have a home, they may try to go home and make a baby. Also visit each other often to boost their mood to try to live in the same house whenever possible. Sure, makes sense. Makes a lot of sense, in fact. I really like that the houses, when they're built, have different stages of being built. And not just they appear out of nothing. Also, like, sensible stages, not like in... what, like Age of Empires? Can you stop hitting my house? Holy shit. Off you go. Okay, Boyer now starts with the ballista bolts, who will then be brought here. You do 20 to 30 piercing damage. Right, I am day 3, that is correct. Right, how do I quit to world map? Settings, save and exit. Is it save and exit? Survive day 3. Right, survive 1 year in every region in the world. Then I get God experience. And chest grant progress. Your progress will be granted another chest. Chests are granted slowly as you reach survive, and scoring it must be on with God experience. Okay, survive 1 year in every region in the world. That's a win, I guess. I'm very, very far away from that. And then to start a new map, I need migrants. A3 USA? And for the migrants, I need the migrant way station. If I understood correctly. Good doggos can help out the village sometimes. What do you mean good doggos? Every dog is a good dog. So... you produce ballistic bolts until you are... total ground stored. Equip. Carry total. Right. I mean, it kind of makes sense that your win condition is the first quest. because it would also be the main quest. Okay, the corruption has spread, and there are additional graveyards. Who transport? Oh, those lower the desirability immensely, which makes sense, I guess, considering that you don't really want to be at the village borders most of the time. Can someone please bring those bolts? To be used on boat towers. I mean, it is doable, it is the main quest, it is the win condition, it has to be doable. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't really compare this a lot to RimWorld, because what throws me off RimWorld is how you build there. With the individual rooms and such. You just picked up rocks, okay. Can someone please deliver? Wait, you are a Fletcher and you're a carpenter. I'm gonna be honest, I don't mind city builders. Not my favorite, but you can basically slap tower defense on anything and I'll probably play it. Because I really like tower defense games. There are some really good tower defense games. They're probably my second favorite genre after puzzle games, but puzzle games have the issue that, if you're done with it... Okay, so the Fletcher delivers the arrows. And then we have three bundles of ballista bolts. And 20 of them in the ammo and 3 in storage for plus 60. Okay, makes sense. Problem with not tower defense, with what's it called? Puzzle games. Is that if you beat them once, you basically cannot really play them the same anymore because you know the solution. And no other game has that issue, really. No other genre has that issue. Unless it's randomized puzzles, in which case you still have the advantage of knowing how the puzzle is supposed to work. Which is a bit sad in my opinion. The trash can is basically full. I probably need a landfill soon. Magic. Colors gain. Sacrificial that will convert material items, living tissue into essence and drop inside. If used too fast, it will overload. Essence is a separate resource again, I believe. It's not energy. Is it influence? No. Right, essence is your influence, okay. Map to late, but no, wait. Because this one says it pulls and can collect raw essence, consumes lithium for fuel. Crystal motivator. Use a small amount of energy to encourage nearby harvested crystal patches to grow faster. Can store... Okay, so you... Okay. Accepts essence from collectors. Got to put essence collector. Right. Now I want to see how the bow tower works out. Because I'm heavily assuming that for now, this should not be too much of an issue. The first few levels. I'm gonna upgrade my housing now. Just make it comfortable for people. As comfortable as possible. I still have 6 slots, so... I really like the changes. I also like that apparently we remove housing and somehow we get more people in it. Well, those are basically tents and this is an actual house. Minimap. So, those guys also have housing, or buildings. Not in range. Not in range. Corrupted graveyard. Granted, also increases how much land corruption desire. How much land the corruption desires. That is a real attention to detail that I really like. Like in this case, where they just first remove the tents, or the tarp above the tents, so then they can remove the inner parts to rebuild. That is just attention I really like. So we have a lot of people mating apparently according to the log, but not many pregnancies yet. I don't know. They age by date. They have a lifespan of 40 days. So 38 days. So I expected that they have a higher chance of conception. Now just wait. You have 17, 18, 19 bottom. Right. I have 20 houses? No. I'm assuming that not everything counts. Yeah, but it also expected to fucking work. Also, that is under the assumption that you know that your lifespan is only 40 days, and that you are aware of other lifespans. Because if you actually had a lifespan of 40 days, the better the condition. So yeah. So they have hunger, they have energy, they have body temperature. They're a bit hot. Social. Mecatosaurus owner. This creature owns an animal, or this animal has an owner. You are a dog. Why did I look at you? Right, you have a mate. And then energy, water, hunger, body temperature. So I need more people to produce more stuff. Which reminds me, I wanted to build, for food and water, an animal pen, which requires a ranger lodge or an outpost and a kitchen. I have a kitchen and a ranger post. You cannot rotate. I cannot build here because there are tree stumps in the way. So I built this down here next to the ranger lodge. My SimCity absolutely fucking sucks. That's kinda expected. You need 17 wood still. How much wood do we have? Right, I can't see that up here. We have a total of 50. Yeah, I'm assuming that probably like what do we have us? So energy is probably dependent on sleeping. Thirst is dependent on water, hunger is dependent on food. Temperature is just around, and they can cool down in specific buildings, if I understood correct. Life and constitution, and then social. No social because I'm up to find someone to interact with. there are creatures nearby to chat with, they will take a break, chat to increasing the social. Others will share small chat and giving the recipient experience. Oh, that's a neat mechanic. That's, again, good amount of attention to detail. You catch rain. The well collects groundwater. Right, so they had a little conversation. Ancient Colors Gate has been destroyed. Can I somehow jump to that? I'm assuming that was the one up here. Crystals, corrupted lightning, phantom dirt, corrupted graveyard. I'm assuming you can somehow at some point attack that area. At least I would hope so. I do not have any more workers. Oh, the workers are shown here. Unemployed village. Right, makes sense. Okay. When does someone count as elder? Is that a specific age they have to reach, or is that just if they're older than someone else? What exactly constitutes an elder in that regard? A specific age, okay. Okay, so they stopped working. That is of course a negative, but I mean, they're elderly, so... Don't mean I respect them. Okay, house will be finished soon. The problem, if I see correctly, is mainly that I don't have enough builders, so all my houses take ages. And then for roads and digging, requires Waymaker Shack. I'm assuming roads make the... Oh shit, we have different types of walls. Trash cube wall, what? Heh. So we have different... So the curtain wall is higher. And therefore only ballista can shoot over it. While the others... Now the Crithium curtain wall is also huge. And it blocks specters. So we have small walls and large walls. Most are small walls, okay. And then gates, we have the exact same type of gates for most things. Okay. As in all games. As in all games, just like the I don't know what it's called, the trail, which should actually exist already, since it's normally made by people just walking all the time. That is actually there was one game ages ago, I believe it was like the Settlers 3, that had this mechanic that the more people walk in a specific way. Right, does this game have that? That is good. Because for some reason I see that very rarely. That just walking makes a trail. Still need more lumber. Corruption, as we probably already discovered, yes, your villagers are not the only ones in this region. As time passes, the corruption will slowly spread and take over the map, and will get threatened if you try to push it back too far, increasing monster spawn rates and generally causing trouble. Your village's corruption resistance will prevent the corruption from spreading, can even sometimes push it back. But if you greed and try to claim all the land for yourself, you're going to be in big trouble. I assume, however, that at some point I can attack these buildings that require the corruption to grow. And then I can probably push it back at some point. Drones, 16 of 16, 12 of 13, 15 of 15. They don't have enough people here to be 15 of 15. What the fuck are you on about? Okay, but there's no soldier system. Right, there are also no barracks and such, so that makes sense. So I can use golems to attack. Right, house is finished. 3 of 5 slots, 5 of 5 slots, 3 of 5, 4 of 4, 2 of 4, 3 of 4. And the dogs live in here. Question. Is the doghouse smaller? The doghouse is smaller. Build one. That's not a question, I'll do it anyway. Okay, so towers to shoot them, and then the village area with corruption resistance can push the corruption back, which allows me to basically push them. Okay, that makes sense. Also, I'm assuming that at some point, there can be multiple corruption areas? Or is it only always one that just grows bigger the more, or the further in the game you are? A clucker coop, which makes eggs, I assume. When ranges to capture cluckers, they can be slaughtered in the chicken for catch for meat, or but captured animals may breed. Always one that grows exponentially. Okay. So I'd probably have to cut it off at these choke points. If I wanted to banish, so should and still find that when I find a nearby foe in the area, banish them to a random location on the map. I'm not sure why I would want that, because I could just banish them into my village. Makeshift attract attacks nearby recently dropped resources and items and reports them to the tower. Because an essence collector. I don't. I like to just play those myself. Also just realized you can also scroll with the arrow keys. Ballista. Heavyweight tower with extremely long range and damage but has a slow firing rate. Can shoot over anything. Requires a bow to manufacture ballista bolts. Makes sense. Firing range is 32. Wait, he starved to death? Fuck! Explaining is not a problem. So how long does it take for the farm to grow vegetables? I don't see any other vegetables in range. I was a bit weird that there is no fishing of any kind. I don't mind you explaining as long as it's not backseating. And even then, if it were too much, I would tell you. Right, one of my workers died, which is an issue. You also have no food. Sometimes I can resurrect dead villagers. At dusk and night, you will occasionally see some of your deceased villagers wandering around. If you notice one, you can zap it with the resurrection and try to bring him back. Resurrect. No, that's regenerate. Resurrect. Right. Lisa Cunningham is freezing to death. If it gets too cold outside and the villagers don't have room to go warm up, then they could die. I have enough homes for all of my villages. Population list. Right, starved to death. That's a problem. So just the farm does not produce enough. I'd also probably need the animal pen or something. Or another farm, that's also an option, yes. But the other farm could currently not even start farming because I don't have vegetables to plant. Yeah. Right, so they're farming a bit now. How long does it take for a vegetable to grow? Can I actually just, like, buildings build? No. Is there some kind of glossary? Oh, you can add what you want to add here. Okay. That makes sense. That also means that it's not too cluttered, unless you want it to be. Like if I add all of this trash, then I get a second bar, okay. Crystals, Corinthium, food, rations, raw meat. We work on all farms, okay. That is interesting to know. A zombie child. Who already have a lot more health than the headless. Right. Reduce one of you for now. Add a builder. Winona Ryder. The human villager. Yeah, I know. I saw that already once. Let me get rid of the lumberjack and the miner. I think I have enough resources for now to build. This for now is just a little foray, because I wanted to try it after you recommended it. As mentioned, I don't think it's all that similar to RimWorld, because RimWorld mostly is defined not by the fact that it's a city builder, but by their type of how you build, with the individual walls and the individual rooms, as it's then like in the following stuff, like prison architect or some such. And specifically that type of building I do not like. So you just punch. Because you don't have enemy, you don't have weapons. You have a bow, but you do not have ranged weapon ammo. Because you did not produce any yet. Then the headless are relatively squishy. Okay. Most of it makes sense. I really like the attention to detail. For larger scale, I'll have to try a bit more. I generally don't like to make, well, I want to say I generally don't like to make assumptions unless I've played about 3 or 4 hours, but then again I made assumptions about RimWorld that I've never played more than 2 hours at a point, because I have issues working more than 3 hours, playing a game more than 2 hours at a time. So yeah, I won't make any judgment calls yet. For now, it's better than I originally assumed based on your announcement of it's like RimWorld. It is thankfully not like RimWorld. Not at all. At least not that I notice yet. It is in fact actually very different to what I normally play, because normally I play more like roguelikes. Because they have wonderful replay value. This is just corruption, evil stuff, stay away, okay. Games like this at the start are always a bit overwhelming, but this one I think is kind of easy to get into. For a start. It's probably gonna get a lot harder, but gonna be honest, I probably won't survive all the long here since my people already starved to death. So I want oh. You just share a slot. You just share. So if I build more lumberjacks, do they also share more lumbershacks for lumberjacks? Do they share a worker pool? Yeah, you don't have... You're not... Oh, okay. Right, that is not bad. That is not bad. So you basically just have... not workers by building, but just workers by job. That also makes it a lot better because how you make the workers on Blighted and Fleeing and Zombie Jailed. What does Blight mean? Melee damage Blight. So we have a lot of different damage types. Right, okay, I thought that you'd have to assign people by workplace, not by job. And yeah, that makes this a whole lot easier. However, you don't have any animals yet. You can store living in this building as well as... Right, you can store up to 6 animals. And an upgrade increases that to 8. For that, however, I need the rangers to first grab me some animals. A bunch of different towers that I'll probably have to look through. Tower will blow damage to any monster in range. Consumes more energy than more targets are in range. Energy per shot 16. Reload time 150. Spray tower requires a rock tumbler. Tower sprays tons of tiny pot-sized bullets in a large area. Good counter for large groups of weak mobs. Requires a rock tumbler to produce ammunition. Okay. Sling tower, heavy charges, round stone balls, handy for special defense setups when built down a tight path. Requires a rock tumbler to produce ammunition. Right. Lisa Cunningham starved to death. So, what have I learned? Because these city builders, this type of game, I basically just play over and over again and review what I've learned. I wanted to play, what's it called? Ixion? Which is also like a city builder slash disaster manager in Frostpunk style. I like this city disaster management thing. Because it's basically also roguelike. I actually intended to stream that, but then I realized that I can absolutely not because that game is too resource intensive and my computer is too old to do so. Like, play and stream that at the same time. So for this, yeah. we are now in the wonderful downward spiral. I will consider this a first loss. Which, I mean, is probably expected if you don't know the game all that well yet and how much resource you need of everything. So... blind makes you run away. You actually do have a sword. A wood sword does not slash things. It clubs things. I mean, most swords do as well. I know better now. So I think I will definitely try again. Because I want to see the different towers. How often I try, I don't know. So essence collector is essence. So the essence is basically like ammo for specific things. And those need crystals. No, but I consider this one a lost run. Also, I just realized that the influence you have is directly dependent on, yeah, your village population. Okay. So the more comfortable people are, the more they made, the more people I get. So making sure that everybody's comfortable is definitely a requirement. Water purifier, rain catcher, well, and then one, if I make a rain catcher and a well, one water master would serve both of those depending on what has water at that point. That is okay. I didn't build a lot of things because I thought that I have to assign the workers by workplace. And that the workplace lies barren if, you are poisoned. That the workplace is barren and wouldn't work. But if you can do it by by no workplace but by job, then that makes that a moot point. So, okay. Right. That is good to know. But no, yeah, as mentioned, I will probably cut the specific first attempt and try again at some other time. Not tomorrow, because tomorrow I'm with my parents because of Father's Day. And probably not Friday because I want to rotate a bit. I still need to play White Frost again. I don't know, they announced a patch, but the patch never really came. At least I didn't see any. So I looked at... I have a bunch of... I hope so as well. I'm not there the whole day. I'm just from like 4 PM to go eat. Maybe have a drink with my pa and then go home again. And take enough food for the next day. And then I need to remember that on Friday I wanted to go to the doctor. Right. You got any plans for tomorrow? I want to say going to your family, but then I remembered you said you're still living with them, so that's a moot point, I guess. What exactly, one question, what exactly is the lighting for? Does it just provide lighting for you to see, or is it any requirement for your villagers? Okay, so this is basically just range generated 16, yeah, 16 and 12 for 6 and 12 wood respectively. Okay. Yeah, makes sense, okay. So, what have I learned? Next time, focus more on food. wood will come with time, stone will come with time, but food always needs to be present. I also just saw I made a mistake and made it so you have to set up a stockpile. Right, makes sense. Actually, right, stuff to death. I actually think I have a bit of a interest in going and playing Ixion, which unfortunately, as mentioned, I can't stream. Still wanted to play Fuga as well. Huh. Also have a backlog of games I want to stream, but which I'm too anxious to start. Right. Anyway. Yeah. As mentioned, I'll probably check it out again at some point. I can't really say whether or not I fully like it without seeing, well, more of it. So, definitely look into it again. Whether or not I then continue playing, I'm not sure. Like, where are they? Those nomads down here. It's only like 2, so... No, it's 3, but it's a child and 2 parents, right? Okay, you cannot... You cannot draw a box. Right. Anyway, with that, I will stop here. And tonight I have Nikki. I hope you have a nice day tomorrow and a good night.